Hello, welcome once again to Shabes online tutorial. So on the board here we have Jamb 2021 past question and answer, and this is question number 1 in Jamb 2021. So and the question read: solve the following equation, and we are provided this available option. So let us start solving. So this is my equation. So the first thing we need to do is to rearrange this equation. We are going to combine the like term. So we are going to move this and meet this 2 over 2r minus 1. Then we take this constant to the other side of the equation. So we are going to have 2 over 2r minus 1. Then taking this to meet this is positive, is going to change to negative 1 over r plus 2, which is equal to, and this is negative 5 over 3 is going to cross this equality sign, is going to be positive 5 over 3. So the next thing we need to do is to find the LCM of this left hand side, and the LCM is the product of these two brackets. So the LCM will be 2r minus 1 then multiply by r plus 2. So if you divide this two brackets divided by this, 2r minus 1 will cancel 2r minus 1. It will remain only r plus 2. And r plus 2 multiplied by 2. 2 multiplied by r is going to give me 2r. And 2 multiplied by 2 is going to give me 4. So we are going to have 2r plus 4. Then minus. If you use these two products to divide by this r plus 2, this r plus 2 will cancel this r plus 2. So we have left with 2r minus 1. Then 2r minus 1 multiplied by 1, it will also give me 2r minus 1, which is equal to 5 over 3. So the next thing we are going to, let us open this bracket first. So we are going to have a 2r plus 4. Remember, this negative is going to affect each sign in this bracket. So I go to negative multiplied by 2r is going to give me negative 2r. Then negative multiplied by negative 1 is going to give me positive 1. Then over 2r minus 1. Then multiply by r plus 2, which is equal to 5 over 3. So the next thing we are going to do, if you look at the numerator here, we have 2r and negative 2r. So this can cancel this. So in the numerator, we are left with only 4 plus 1, which is equal to 5. Then 5 over 2r minus 1 multiplied by r plus 2, which is equal to 5 over 3. And remember, in equation, the left hand side must be equal to the right hand side. If you look at the numerator, 5 here is equal to this 5, which means that the whole of this must be equal to 3. So what we are going to do, we are going to equate this to 3, then we find the value of our r. So we are going to have a 2r minus 1, then multiply by r plus 2 is equal to 3 from the denominator. Since the numerator, they are equal. So the next thing we are going to do is to expand this bracket. So we are going to have a 2r multiplied by r is going to give me 2r squared. Then 2r multiplied by 2 is going to give me positive 4r. Then negative 1 multiplied by r is going to give me negative r, which is 1r. Then negative 1 multiplied by 2 is going to give me negative 2, which is equal to 3. So we are going to have a 2r squared plus 4r minus r is going to give me positive 3r. Then this 3 is positive here. It's going to cross to meet this constant here. It will be negative. So we are going to have negative 2, negative 3. So it's going to cross. It will be negative 3 is equal to 0. So negative 2, negative 3 is going to give me negative 5, which is equal to 0. If you look at this equation, this is quadratic equation. So let's use factorization method to find the value of r. And in factorization method, what you do, just open two brackets, multiply them with each other and equate it to 0. Write r here because we are looking for the value of r. Then, since leading coefficient is not 1, leading coefficient is 2. We are going to use this 2 to multiply by the constant here. 2 multiplied by negative 5 is going to give me negative 10. Then you think of a number when you add them, you get this middle coefficient 3, and when you multiply them, you get 10. So you tick very fast because this is Jamb. So and the number is going to be -2 and +5. So when you say -2 plus 5 is going to give me +3, and when you say -2 multiplied by 5 is going to give me -10. So the number is -2 and 5. Then you now say -2, then +5. So the next thing we are going to do is to divide these two numbers by 2, which is the leading coefficient. So we are going to have -2 divided by 2, then 5 divided by 2. We are going to have a negative r minus -2 divided by 2 is going to give me -1. So in this place, we are going to have a, and remember, when two brackets is multiply each other and is equal to 0, it's either one of them is equal to 0 or the second one is equal to 0. So we are going to have r minus 2 divided by 2 to be 1 is equal to 0, or r plus 5 divided by 2 is cancel. We write our 5 divided by 2, which is equal to 0. So r now will be equal to taking this negative r to the other side of this equation to become positive, or r will be equal to taking this to the other side of the equation to be -5/2. Therefore, the value of my r is +1 and -5/2. And if you look at our option B have +1, then -5/2. So this is the correct answer. But in Jamb,